MotorWeek is made possible by Rock Auto, Tire Rack, and Die Hard.
Of course, Jaguar isn't the only company that's turned the table on its critics. People used to laugh at the idea of cars from Japan, too. And now we have two new Japanese models that are even less likely to draw a smile from Detroit automakers. They're called Acuras. Acura is a daring new upmarket car division from Honda. Along with a hatchback Integra series, Acura will offer this sports luxury four-door sedan called the Legend. Well, it isn't one yet, but this is still a bold attempt to crack the flourishing market for higher-priced cars that have superior abilities. Will it work? Are the new Acuras really on target? The Acura Legend, at least, looks like it might stand a good chance of hitting the mark. Styling is conservatively chic. Like many of the German luxury sports sedans it's trying to emulate. Overall length is 3 inches shorter than an Audi 5000, but wheelbase is 3 inches more at a long 108.6. Double wishbone suspension is used at the front for a lower hood line and a better combination of ride and handling. Struts are still used at the rear, but are gas-filled for excellent dampening abilities. Front drive power comes from a highly sophisticated single overhead cam 2.5-liter V6. Ratings are 151 horsepower and 154 pound-feet of torque. That's high for its size, thanks to both port fuel injection and 4-valve per cylinder breathing. Both the 4-speed lockup automatic and 5-speed manual are models of smoothness. Engine vibrations are subdued by a powertrain subframe and hydraulic engine mounts. Inside, the Legend exudes quiet luxury. Standard luxury features include multi-adjustable seats, power window lifts, cruise control on the steering wheel, tilt wheel, air conditioning, cassette stereo with equalizer, and power glass sunroof. Body panel fit was outstanding. The doors have nice even seams and close firmly with a gentle push. The paint is a special 4-coat process where each layer is baked on immediately after application. On these twisty mountain roads outside of Palm Springs, California, I found the Legend's handling was most assuring, though the front end noticeably pushes over the front tires. That's the price you pay for a very smooth ride. Acceleration seems less than it is. 0 to 60 in 9.5 seconds for the manual and 11.4 seconds for the automatic is pretty good for a posh family sedan. We didn't have a chance to put the Legend through our standard braking test, but the all-wheel disc system didn't show any unfavorable characteristics. But here's the rub. The $19,298 Acura Legend doesn't do anything that much better than the $12,675 Honda Accord LXi. The most noticeable cosmetic minus is the gaping grille opening, where a big H should reside. You see, current Acura models are sold as Hondas in Japan. Also, the Legend's 6 additional wheelbase inches don't provide much more interior space than in an Accord, so rear legroom is just adequate for adults. Not only that, performance also seems Accord-like, and unlike most of its European competition, the Legend just doesn't get our juices flowing. It's a very, very nice car, but maybe just a bit boring. But you can't say the same of the second Acura product, the 3- and 5-door Integra liftbacks. The Integra is a whole bunch of fun, even if you again compare the $9,298 base price to another Honda product, the $8,279 Civic CRX SI. For one thing, the Acura Integra is substantially bigger and more refined. Not to mention it has seating for up to 5, where the CRX SI is limited to only 2. Plus, the Integra is far more attractive. Doors open wide on all models. The 5-door is a particularly useful design, with a folding rear seat that gives it the cargo capacity and flexibility of a compact station wagon. Fewer creature comforts are standard on the Integra. Air conditioning is optional in both the RS and top LS trim. And you get a tilt sunroof only when you order the 3-door LS. The Integra does share chassis basics with the CRX. Thus, the front suspension design uses torsion bars for springs. But the ride is much improved, not many jolts, and handling is agile. This is pure and simple fun, with only enough front plow to keep you out of trouble. Power again features 4 valves per cylinder, but this time with only 4 cylinders. Displacement is 1.6 liters, and output is a strong for its size 113 horsepower and 99 pound-feet of torque. Double overhead cams are used here, but with a unique inboard of the valve centerline design. That allows for a higher lift to the valves. Front drive torque steer is well controlled by half shafts that meet the drive wheels at equal angles from the transaxle. Acceleration is spirited for its class, 9 seconds 0 to 60 for the manual and 11 for the automatic. Brakes are again all disc and behaved well, although get on them at the wrong time in a curve and the rear end does show more twitchiness than you expect. So what's the verdict? Well, both products show strong Honda heritage, but that may not be enough to lure buyers away from established upmarket brands. Now, CRX buyers might move up to the Integra, but Accord buyers may decide the Legend isn't enough more for the price. So while Honda may be competing with itself for now, the Legend and Integra are only the beginning. Future Acura products, including a rumored mid-engine sports car, will be more divorced from lower-rung Hondas. But then they only expect to sell 55,000 units this year, so Acura outlets will probably sell out. The future does look promising for Acura, and their targets seem eventually within reach.